The birth of AI is the death of the SEO specialist. This is not a typical SEO is dead video. This video aims to evaluate where we are in modern society with the rise of artificial intelligence and how it will be the downfall of the SEO specialist. If you're concerned about the future of your career, don't be, because I'm going to give you the information that you need in order to succeed in the future. Keep watching. So first off, I've never followed these arguments in the past that technology would replace the SEO specialist. And the reason why is because technology wasn't advanced enough to substantiate the claim. But I think I'd be a fool now not to acknowledge how far technology has come with the rise of tools like ChatGPT and Jarvis AI with the language model that they're built upon. It's really, really sophisticated. And so we need to acknowledge that. We need to be cognizant of this so we can prepare for the future. But in order for us to prepare for the future, we have to understand a few core things. The first thing we need to understand is how Google has evolved as a company. Google is more intelligent now than ever before, especially because they leverage artificial intelligence in their algorithms, and they constantly refine it. So that means year over year, there is nothing but improvements to their search experience as a result of AI. And historically, I think we were at a time where we used keywords and on-page signals to signal to Google what people were looking for. But I think we're moving towards a future where Google does not need that anymore in order to know what page matches the intent of the user. Don't get me wrong, I do think that Google is always going to rely on keywords as part of its core experience for users. When a user comes to Google, in order for them to see a list of results, they have to type in a query. And this is also prevalent in other search engines. And I think because Google and other search engines have monopolized the way that we search, and this has been adopted into the modern society, it would be dumb for them to not continue down this road. However, I don't think that Google needs keywords to understand what page matches the intent of a user, because Google is more sophisticated than they have ever been. And we're moving towards a future where Google is able to communicate with the user in the same way that we would, using artificial intelligence. And that's insane. And so this is what leads me to believe that they do not need SEO specialists to optimize pages on a keyword level in order to understand what a user is searching for. We're moving towards a future where infinite creativity will be rewarded. And it's not just going to be about what's the best page that's optimized. It's going to be about what is the best page for the user, period. And as I said, keywords will always still be a fundamental part and crucial part of Google because it's the experience that they provide users with. But I don't think that Google is going to continue to need us to stuff keywords in specific places on a page to understand if that page is relevant to the user. Which means that we're moving back into an era where the best writer will win. And I'm excited for this. I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to watch this video and they're going to make the argument that what I'm saying is not true. They're going to say that I'm dumb. And they're going to say, why would I think something like this? And the truth is, it's because I've seen this time and time again. I've seen a bunch of websites that have ranked whenever I'm doing my analyses, and there's no emphasis on a keyword. There's no emphasis on optimization. It's just someone who is authoritative writing the best piece of work that they could do, and they're being rewarded for it. And so Google is just getting smarter at understanding what the user wants to see. And I think if you don't acknowledge that, you're crazy. This is prevalent if you look at other areas of Google's business. Paid search specifically is an example of that. They're starting to move towards a future with no keywords. They're removing keyword functionality bit by bit, slowly but surely. And it's because they're starting to become more intelligent about how they understand users, right? So this is something that we have to think about. Anyone that doesn't acknowledge that this is the future is going to lose. And I don't want you to lose. So watch this video all to the end so you can know what you have to do in order to succeed. The first thing you need to realize is that SEO is not marketing. And a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but I want you to pay attention closely to why I say this. Adding a bunch of keywords in your title tag, heading tag, and in other parts that you deem relevant for the sake of rankings, it's not marketing. That's SEO. Crawling a website with Screaming Frog and evaluating all of the technical jargon that we usually speak about, like the critical rendering path or render blocking JavaScript, it's not marketing. It's SEO. Deciphering Google's algorithms and trying to understand what Google is looking for in the future, it's not marketing. That's SEO. The constant effort to revise copy for the sake of adding new keywords in it to optimize it to get visibility on Google is not marketing. That is SEO. My buddy Chase Reiner used to say that SEO is the gateway drug to marketing. And I have to agree, because all of the actions that you do in SEO are actions specifically to be rewarded by an algorithm, which can lead to putting you in a position to where you are receiving benefits of that. But that's not marketing. That's SEO. And if you consider the fact that most people who do SEO do not write their own content, they hire somebody to write it, and then they optimize it. That's not marketing. That's SEO. Here's why it's not marketing. Creative isn't real creative. A lot of the times when we're creating content, we're looking at what's already performing well in the search engine. And while this is a good tactic that works, it's not marketing, it's SEO. Because we're building content off the basis of what we feel that Google has deemed relevant to the user, but not what actually might be relevant to the user. And so there's times where you can see the search results change themselves because they've realized that this is not what the user is looking for. And they test different pages to see if it matches the intent of what someone might be interested in. Using search engines to validate intent is not marketing, it's SEO. And so this is something that we have to be cognizant of that we're doing. And again, while it works, it's formed on the basis of what is going to work on the search engine. And whenever you're thinking first, in my opinion, you're not doing marketing, you're doing SEO. If you pair that with the fact that a keyword doesn't really give you information about the who behind the keyword, you also start to realize that this is another flaw with keywords and thinking that this is your audience that you're capturing. Two people can have the same search but be in totally different circumstances and can have different things that prevent them from being able to do what they want to do, or that can motivate them to do what they want to do. Here's an example. A kid can go look for a Lamborghini online. He could go to Google and type something like buy a Lamborghini because he genuinely wants to buy one. And he is in the part of the buyer journey where he wants to make a decision, but he doesn't have enough money to afford it, so he can't. His decision-making process is the same as someone, for example, who has the money to buy it, can actually buy it, but he has something that prevents him from being able to buy it, which is the cost, right? You cannot differentiate between those two personas with keyword research. And when you think about that on a broader scale, you can think about how much irrelevant traffic you can attract to your website. And marketing is specific. SEO isn't. When we think of good marketing, we think of a solution that is created for a specific person with a message that is tailored to a specific person. You can't do that with SEO. If you also pair that with the fact that you can show up for a whole bunch of irrelevant terms that you have no control over because Google has synonymized the page that you created with all of those terms, that's not good marketing. That's SEO. You can't get as targeted as you would like. And while people can make the argument that you can flesh out all of the bad leads by making sure that your copy is super specific, I think that there are other ways that are more effective. The one thing that we have to acknowledge is that marketing at its core is about providing a solution for a problem that someone has. Be a problem solver and you won't lose. The rise of artificial intelligence just helps us to eliminate monotonous tasks that we should not be focusing on so that we can focus on more big picture stuff and help businesses achieve the results that they need to get. And I don't know about you, but I encourage automating write in title tags and heading tags and meta descriptions, because we should be focused on other things. Of all the traffic that comes to the website, how can we turn those visitors to customers? Like, that's more important. What does our marketing funnel look like from the time that somebody enters our website? Like, these are the questions that we should be asking ourselves. This will allow us to let our brain focus on the areas of opportunity to provide true growth. And that's why I'm in full support of artificial intelligence. But there is still a way that you can win. You need to realize that your job as a marketer is to go beyond the tactics. Your job as a marketer is to really understand the nuances of a business and then figure out how you can help them thrive. And what you need to remember is that the top marketing skills is not SEO, it's not Facebook ads, it's not email, or any online tool that you can think of. The top marketing skills are empathy, creativity, communication, and psychology. Does someone have a problem? Well, ask yourself, how can you help them? How do you empathize with their situation? Is there no solution for their problem on the market? Well, how creative can you get to develop one? Are they unaware that you're creating a solution for them? Well, how crafty can you get with your messaging to let them know that you have created one and it's available? Are they struggling to take action? Well, what persuasion tactics can you use to get them to get the transformation that they are seeking? Good marketing isn't selfish. Good marketing is selfless. And that brings me to my last point. The birth of AI will only kill the SEOs that refuse to adapt and understand that in this new landscape that we are going in order to be good, you need to think about the end user. And not only do you need to think about the end user, you need to think about those 4 main points that I highlighted, because we're in the business of humans. And when you understand that, you have nothing to worry about.